Welcome back to our channel where we demystify the world of artificial intelligence. Today, we're diving into a fundamental aspect of AI, the origin of data. In our previous episode, we talked about what artificial intelligence is. Now that you have a basic understanding of AI, it's time to explore where it gets its information, its fuel, its food, data. So grab your digital forks and spoons and let's dive into this nourishing topic. What exactly is data in the context of AI? Well, think of it as the raw material that AI systems use to learn and make decisions. Just as a child learns from books, experiences, and interactions, AI systems learn from data. They use it to identify patterns, make predictions, and ultimately provide you with those lightning-fast responses and seemingly intelligent interactions that we've come to expect. There are different types of data, but the three primary ones in the AI world are structured, unstructured, and semi-structured data. Structured data is like your neatly organized spreadsheet. It's data that's stored in a database, and it has a predefined format with fields and tables. Think customer information, financial records, or product catalogs. It's the kind of data that's easy to work with and perfect for applications like customer relationship management or financial analysis. On the other hand, unstructured data is the wild child of the data family. It's data without any predefined format. Think text documents, images, videos, and audio files. It's much more complex to work with than structured data, but it's also where the real treasure troves of information lie. Applications like natural language processing, sentiment analysis, image recognition, and speech synthesis heavily rely on unstructured data to learn and improve. Finally, semi-structured data is like the middle child. It's not as neat as structured data, but it's not as chaotic as unstructured data. Examples include XML or JSON files. These file formats have some structure to them, but they're more flexible than traditional databases. Now that you know the different types of data, let's explore where AI gets its hands on this valuable resource. There are several sources of data, but the primary ones are internal data, external data, and AI-collected data. Internal data is information generated within a company's own ecosystem. Think customer interactions with a company's website, app usage, purchase history, or customer service interactions. It's a rich source of information for companies to understand their customers better, improve their products, and personalize the customer experience. External data is publicly available information from sources outside the company. Think news articles, social media posts, government open data, or academic research papers. Companies can use this data to stay informed about industry trends, understand public sentiment, or even discover new opportunities. And then there's AI-collected data. With the help of tools like web scraping or sensors, companies can automatically gather huge amounts of data from the internet or the physical world. Web scraping, for example, allows them to extract data from websites, while sensors can collect real-time data like temperature, sound levels, or even facial expressions. So now you know what data is and where it comes from. But here's the catch. As AI systems become more sophisticated and are used in mission-critical applications like healthcare or finance, the question of where the data comes from becomes increasingly important. Think about it. If an AI system is trained on biased data, it will perpetuate and even amplify that bias. Or if it's trained on copyrighted material, it could lead to legal issues. Not to mention the privacy concerns when personal data is collected and used without explicit consent. As we wrap up this episode, remember this: data is the lifeblood of artificial intelligence. Understanding where it comes from and the ethical questions surrounding it will only become more important as AI continues to evolve. If you found this episode informative, don't forget to like the video and share it with your friends. Your support means the world to us. Thanks for joining me on this journey into the fascinating world of AI. Until next time, stay curious and keep asking questions. After all, the more we know, the better we can understand and shape the future of AI.